You're listening to ArTEEtude, a podcast with artists created and produced by Detlef Schlich, a visual artist and ritual designer, living and loving in West Cork, and best known for his essay about the cause and effect of shamanism, art and digital culture. Working in the field of performance, photography, painting, sound, installations, and film, he will dive and discover with us and a weekly creative guest into the unknown and exciting deep ocean of the creative mind.
This is Detlef Schlich, and today we dive into the exciting deep ocean of the creative and unexpected mind, or actually the unexpected and creative ocean of the creative minds. I don't know. So I already speak this quote so often, and I still don't make it right. I don't know. We dive into this together with Dominik von Senger. So, hi, Dominik.
Hello again.
Hi.
Hello again.
Hello again.
That's a song.
That's a song from Howard Carpendale, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't mean it.
So, hello again. Ich sage niemals hello again. I did it now. All right, great. Dominik is a musician from Germany, from Cologne, from Hamburg, wherever. You can figure that out in the first two parts. And I met him the first time 30 years ago in the Kunsthaus Renania, and we had a session with him and Jaki Liebezeit. It was a short one. I just have it like a shadow in my head. It was a great time, and I hope we come in this third part to it. What was about the Renania and the end. But first of all, we're still a little bit earlier than that. We're still in the time where Dominik started to work with Helmut Zerletz and who else was involved? Misha.
Michael Ritter, Jaki Horn, Oleg Gelber, Andreas Henches, Matthias Henches.
And Jaki Liebezeit as well, no?
This is endless list.
Endless
really,
list.
Yes.
It was after the time where Ken split it somehow and
no. Then if you ask that, then it closed. Now it's going to the Can studio. Yes.
Yeah. In Weilerswist.
Yes.
In the cinema. So the guys they had a studio in Weilerswist. It was an old cinema. They were accepted from the neighborhood because they were somehow very important people, VIPs, and nobody was caring really about the noise, which is good because that is often as well a huge problem for musicians finding a practice room where you accept it from the neighbors. So that was great, and you guys could do and rehearse and without problems, without pressure with the police and all that. So that
yeah, the point was. You say practice room. No, there is no more practice room. Now there comes a period, a decade, you know.
Mm-hmm.
A decade, you don't, we call it training and studio. It's studio.
Yeah.
You know, real time, you know.
Okay, so it was a
and training. You train because you have to train.
Yeah.
You have to train certain things, you know.
Okay, that was the repetition in order to become perfect.
There never. It felt you will be never perfect.
Yeah.
You can only be on the way to there.
Did you feel like that? I mean,
no, I had felt I'm very bad. Suddenly I couldn't say 8D 8, A minor, 8, D. If this guy would play his drums, it was, you lost it. You lost the 8. There was no 8. There is a different kind of, not theory, it's a different kind of knowledge. It's like when Miles Davis started, or Charlie Parker, and they play the same note, other people. They stumble, they can't.
Yeah.
If they come up, they look at you, you stop playing. You know, Miles Davis could look at your face and he could say, he wouldn't say something, you would stop playing. You know, it's a knowledge these people have. It doesn't mean notes, like Dizzy Gillespie, was it? He said, I know people, they can't read a note as big as that building there. But they can play better than people that have a whole book in their mind, you know?
Sure.
Yeah? But now, all that didn't help. I had to stop anything I knew before and had to start again with my whole complete idea, context, everything, you know?
That was your idea of how
So
you...
what do you do if you want to make a carpet with a muster, you know? Think of Arab, or you know, think of geometrical things, you know. You have a guitar, you know. You have a guitar, and you have a guitar neck, and you have it from here to there, there.
Yeah.
You know. But the things get smaller, you see.
Yeah.
Here they are big, and then they get smaller, you know.
Okay.
Why is that? So if you divide the whole thing into the half, you know, you have a point. And if you take the half, and make another point, and from there another point, and from there another point. And if you take a circle, and if you then go to the Greek system, and so and all this, so every night we sit there and we...
So we speak about math, actually. Mathematik, math. You know?
Oh, yes. Mathematik, geometry.
Coding. It's coding. It is.
Philosophical. You know, later they wrote in the Cologne Stadtanzeiger Dominik von Senger, der Gitarrenphilosoph. Because
honestly,
if they talk to me, I was always requesting everything and, you know, tell them whatever.
It is difficult. I mean, you see, what I've learned for myself, making art and all that, I try to keep myself not too excited anymore because this takes too much energy of myself. And I don't know, I feel...
If you have a little time, I make a little cut. I tell you about the guitar I just showed you, yeah? Why is it a guitar? Why is it a guitar?
Yeah.
Before, we have... it's called oud in Arab. Oud. Oude. Oud. And oud is an instrument.
Yeah.
Means wood. I think it means wood.
Yeah.
And there was a guy, I have here, I looked especially before. It was in 789 to 857.
Okay.
He was in Baghdad and he played oud. He played the oud.
All right.
The oud. And he had a teacher. He played a oud. It's like a Arab guitar, you know, with 5 strings.
5 strings, okay. Yeah.
Then he thought I put a 6th string on.
I could what?
A 6th string, another string.
Okay, so he invented a new string.
So
okay.
Very smart and shortened.
Yeah.
The teacher said, and it was the most famous oud at that time.
Yeah.
He said, "No, I can't teach you anymore. You try something. This is not our history and everything, and I am the biggest, not you. And
Yeah,
why
yeah,
you do
yeah,
that?
yeah. So he was
had
just was trying to
move
push him
from
down.
Baghdad.
Yeah.
He has to move to Cordoba, Spain, South Spain. In
All right.
Cordoba, there was also at that time Arab culture.
Yeah.
He became a teacher there, and he
Yeah.
became a musician on the oud with 6 strings.
Okay.
And the oud has 6 strings, and he had, they say, he would know 1,500 melodies.
Wow. Wow.
Not
I mean,
written.
which
Not
is
written. He was very big. To me, he's the inventor of the guitar that later.
Can you
came
send me this link as well later?
Yes.
That would be great for me and for the listeners. It's probably very interesting.
Yeah.
Like what you hear so far? Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for your support. Now back to the show.
This is very nice. Nice, very
It's great.
inspiring. So if you
It's great history.
I used to have a oud,
Yeah.
But the oud is the thing is the oud has no frets like I showed you on the Stratocaster,
Yeah.
Now you have free way to you are free to
Yeah, like a slide guitar. Yeah.
you don't make no you can make
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
so you
yeah,
can
yeah.
make
Yeah.
which is not our system of music. Temperate music, classical music as we know it,
This is
which
very
means
non-linear actually. So and we are used to
but they still have the rules of Pythagoras, of geometrical, of octave. You
Okay.
can always listen to an octave. Even this thing has
Yeah.
the middle of the string. And
I love it.
But you
It's
can-
really great. It's very
but
very
you-
aesthetic. I mean, I love. It's a little bit like rock art.
But you can now you see the history to the music as we know it today.
Yeah.
This is straight pulse always
Yeah.
with an electronic keyboard tuned in 440 A or even bigger, higher, and having the keyboard system temperiert.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a rule that actually we didn't want to accept anymore. We
I
want
don't know.
to
Yeah,
to
is it
get
like this?
off. Yeah, we want to get off. If you have drums, only drums, you start up with the drums. The
Yeah.
voice is the first instrument. Yeah, it is the first.
Sure.
It's
I
the
mean, it
first.
is. It is. We still have our body as the instrument. Yeah.
The voice is the first. Maybe
Yeah.
flute.
Wow,
flute,
wow, 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 wow,
maybe
wow, wow,
flute, or maybe
Yeah. That's good as well.
yeah,
That's,
yeah, and then, but to give it to give it in the hands of something we call music.
yeah.
To give it in the hands of something we call music.
What we call music. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it's not it's not shortwave. It is. You have a pulse, like you say, dum 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 dum. Aha,
Yeah.
aha. You see. Yeah. Now, how we can write that down? And then we started to write it down. And it's like you have one left, one right, one left, one right, one left, one right. What is that? nothing. It's dum 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 dum.
Yeah, okay. So,
no,
so it
it's
is
nothing.
repetition and rhythm. Okay.
Yeah, but if you make boom boom, boom boom, boom boom, boom boom, boom boom, boom boom, you know, there are
The water
different.
drum, for instance. Yeah.
There are different notes.
Yeah.
There is a silence in between.
In between. Mm-hmm.
And if you make dum 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 dum, you can't really make.
Smash.
You can't make doof 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 doof. No, you make dum, and you have to go up again. Make dum.
Yeah.
So, but if you hit loud, there's two notes in it.
Absolutely.
The second note is silence. In the
Yeah.
same time, you can make this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
It is very interesting.
So you write down dot
Yeah.
single
Yeah.
dot single dot. You know, you make
Yeah. Sure.
you make
sure.
you
So-
make it.
So, but is this a way how musicians normally describe rhythm, or is this your idea?
No, this was a development sitting
was-
down for years.
This
yeah.
is
Then the first record with this band called Phantom Band in the Cairn studio, it was both worlds. The old ideas coming together with the new thing.
Yeah.
And then after this record, the next record, it was off. Now it was completely new, only using the new ideas. Then it's not only this rhythm, it's also dum dum da, you know. It's also the music notes
Yeah.
becomes is from the rhythm makes the harmony, you know.
I was
But it's not a computer. It's like what you have to practice.
Yeah.
It's not a computer. It's, you know, it makes you possible to really play.
I try to remind that because I had actually, I used to have a one record. I'm not sure was it Phantom Band or Dunkelziffer. And what I remember is it was very danceable and it was actually quite easy, accessible, more accessible than can in general. So but still somehow experimental to a certain extent, I think. Was it?
Yes.
No, but as well. I mean, you could use it as well on the dance floor, you know. So
when we play that 7 rhythm, DJ turn the knobs. It's a danceable song, you know, but it's a 7. And in the studio we had fun because we say you can't really dance the normal way because it's the limp, you know. You can't walk like a German.
Yeah.
You know, it's 1, 2, 3,
like the
4,
march.
5, 6, 7, and then you make 1, 2, you're on the other side. So it's a limp. You humple. Du-du, 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 du-du. You know, it's not do, 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 do. It's du-du, du-du, you know, du-du.
That sounds like already like the Klatschmarsch in Carnival.
Yeah.
Great, yeah. So you guys you had fun in the studio. That sounds.
So then this period went on and on.
Yeah.
We made 3 records.
Yeah.
And then the studio became famous again, and they make major productions for record companies, for big guys in Germany or international. They want all to record in that studio, you know, because it has a different sound and it's a great
All right.
place.
Okay. So
and the spirit.
Okay,
Great
yeah, it's
spirit. And
probably
it's
the
one,
spirit. I mean,
it's one room. There's no glass. There's
Yeah.
no single
I mean,
rooms.
and
We are all one. It's one room.
and an old
Yeah.
cinema has something
But the
special.
difference,
You know?
it's only one room.
Yeah.
Even the recording parts, they're in the same room than the instruments.
Without
No,
glass,
no
nothing.
glass, nothing.
Just open,
Yeah.
open space.
Yeah, open space. It's
That's
a
all.
room. It's a room sound. So
I mean,
then
we-
also there were all these people that had no part in the Phantom Band, and then this cracked factory Stolberg
Yeah.
with huge of artists and practice rooms, training rooms. Yeah,
Was it
And-
already occupied?
yeah. It is the same time. Later it came in just connected. And
So
then,
78, 79, no?
and then all these friends from before,
They
make
came-
a band. We make a band again. Not everyone could play with a Phantom Band
Yeah.
and I really enjoyed to play with the generation I was in a way. Yeah.
Quite
So we
open-minded
were
and
a
just
very big band, but we learned from the project there a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
And so we were possible to play with international guests, and we were able to play the music a different way now. We presented really the Dunkelziffer music was presented with a new way we learned,
All right.
We make a groove. We can play instant music. We can play in the moment. We don't have to repeat a track. We make all the time new
Yeah.
because we understand how things connect.
That's
each
the
other.
way. Yeah. That's the way how it works, isn't it? If you play together and if you are connected, you can play what you want and it works somehow, isn't it?
So then we had the Stolberg time, grandiose.
Yeah.
Really in town, imagine in the middle.
I mean, Starbuck was great. I
In the
loved
middle,
it. I loved
in
it.
London, imagine in London, in the middle of London, you have a real cracked factory with all the art and everything, and free and free space.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
No, it was great.
Yeah, and then when they break down this after maybe 10 years, I don't know, and then they break down this, they came to other places as a result. The Stolberg Bürgerhaus, made by the city,
Yeah.
and the Renania, where you came up.
Yeah.
So these two places were Ersatz,
Yeah.
an Ersatz
They were
for all the artists and musicians that lost their place.
So the county council gave this culture places
Yeah.
for artists because the Stolberg was demolished. They broke it down and all the artists they moved over to Renania and the Bürgerhaus Stolberg, whereby Bürgerhaus Stolberg was more a little bit more posh and more.
Yeah, Bürgerhaus Stolberg, they put in the money. They make
Yeah.
everything, with Feuerlöscher and with you can close the door.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Renania, first, do what you can, but we can't help you. In the beginning, you only had the place. I know.
Yeah.
I remember. I just put some wood there, and I say, "This is my room. I don't want a wall."
Yeah.
But
I mean, it was amazing. I mean, like I say, the Jochen, you probably know the Jochen then, Jochen Pape and Georg Brandl. They had the rehearsal room, and we started later the band Paradise's Peace Back. It was on the second floor with a balcony towards the River Rhine, which was amazing, unbelievable. So I mean that was so cool. What I know that from there on is, for me, it was a place which it was very dark. The whole Renania was very, very, very. The atmosphere was not really friendly. It was more very somehow aggressive. I mean, a lot of graffiti. probably as well a lot of drugs were involved. I mean, I know that I was able to free my soul after 2 or 3 bottles of beer, because it was for me so much pressure going on this place that I really needed a couple of bottles beer in order to calm down. You know.
Yeah.
So that was unbelievable. And then this Wednesdays or this Yaya Club Wednesday where sessions were going on in this little cafe in the front.
Yeah, it's Café Calcutta.
Café Calcutta, right?
Yaya Club. You know how the name came. I had a concert. I don't have the poster. Yeah, I had a concert. I needed money. I wanted to play alone for 50 marks Eintritt. And
15.
some other guy should record a 4-track cassette, and I wanted to make a record from that concert.
All right.
To help me.
Yeah.
So I make the advert 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which means at 23:30 at the 6 7s in 89. It starts. Yeah. Only one time in this Jahrhundert. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. We still have all the things about that. And then the guy who was meant to record me, he was upstairs. He was in coma.
He was in
came.
coma.
Yeah.
What was it?
So I sit there alone.
Yeah.
The door opened and Ken came in. Ken, I mean Malcolm Mooney, the American singer, the guitar player, and Jaki. And I said, Jaki, you have a drum with you? Yes. Why? My battery is off. I couldn't buy a battery for my rhythm machine. Okay, I bring a drum. And Michel Caroli brings a guitar and the singer. So the singer started and he say, oh, it's great evening here. Hello, everyone. And someone say, and he say, oh, it's Jaki, it's Misha. And he didn't remember what was my name. So someone in the audience, and it was the painter of the Stolberg, Klaus Winterfeld.
What was it? What's his name?
Klaus Winterfeld. He said, yeah, mach wieder. Yeah, go on, you know. Don't stumble now, you know, make music, you know. So then the evening was fantastic. We all played together, but the recording you couldn't use because all my setup were fucked. And management from Can didn't allow me to use the cassette because there were members of Can on it. I don't know. It was very complicated. One track is out. And I had to handle over the cassette. I had to send it to to the manager. Yeah, it's off. You know, my concert. They came as guests. Anyhow.
That's so annoying, honestly.
This was great time. As you say, you know, there was Spannung, you know, tension.
What the fuck?
And then.
So you couldn't use it, or what?
It was so great, and we say, well, we should do this regularly, because we don't need advert. If we do it every Tuesday, so every Tuesday we did from then the Yaya Club. The Yaya Club. We did that for years. I know we made it 3, 4 years, maybe 5 years. Every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. Yeah, that is the Yaya Club. That's how it came. But nevertheless, the Renania, the whole thing, it somehow it collapsed. It became more and more. There must be. You have to pay rent. You have to close the doors. The police. It was, you know, police and thieves. It was.
It was getting difficult. I know that.
There was a really difficult time. I'm very glad I'm still playing there. And Rainer from Dunkelziffer still has a place up there. And Stefan Krachten used to have. He died. He used to have a place. But, you know, it's still a great place. And I remember so much there. But then I went away from Cologne because meanwhile, I play with for the Chancellor of Germany,
Yeah.
and I meet Jimi Hendrix drummer Buddy Miles, and we became friends, and we make long sessions, and I have it on cassette, and he play in the night on Jaki's drums, on the can drummer's drums, because no one should know that he is there, and I play with him, because then everyone would come,
Yeah,
it was
sure.
secret.
Sure.
And then it come to a point I thought, there's so much happened.
Yeah.
You feel like,
Too much pressure.
what should come next? And I didn't really. So I went with my wife. We went to out from Cologne, 1 hour in the countryside.
So 85
where-
probably, 85,
Yeah,
86, something like this, 87.
Maybe beginning
Around-
90. Maybe we are here 27 years. Maybe it's like 92, 93. Yeah.
All right.
Then
Yeah.
and then I didn't play anymore. No way.
Not
for
live
one-
anymore.
No, for 1 year I didn't unpack my guitar.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
I didn't know anymore how to earn 50 marks,
Yeah, sure. Burn out as well. I mean,
how hard it is to work, and
mean-
how expensive life became meanwhile.
sure.
So
Yeah.
I
know.
couldn't sleep in a sleeping bag without electricity anymore. It didn't work anymore. At least for me.
Yeah.
Starving.
Yeah.
I didn't
mean, it
care
wa-
before. I didn't care before. Yeah. Then I started to work in a factory, which was really
Wow. Tough.
very, very tough. Shift worker.
Oh God. So very
And
tough.
then you come home, and it's like the story. You come home and you have nothing to eat, but you worked the whole day, or the whole night. And after a while, someone from Cologne called me, and that was really strange because no one called.
Yeah.
Damo Suzuki, the
All right.
singer, and he said,
From
"Do
Cannes.
you like to come to Japan?" I said, "No, I just start working. They don't let me go.
Yeah.
I have no passport." And then,
So he was back in Japan.
no, he was in Cologne,
All right.
and he called me 1 year later, and I say, "Damo, now I have a passport,
Yeah. And
and
then?
I can have 10 days Urlaub from work,
Okay.
or some 14 days, I don't know."
Yeah.
And I made it to Japan, and then it was so unbelievable. The people in Japan wanted autograms from me, and they all
Yeah.
liked Dunkelziffer, in the tower, in the TV
Signatures.
tower. There was
Yeah.
a vinyl shop upstairs, and they had all the Dunkelziffer records in there.
Yeah.
I didn't believe. Well, I didn't know.
It is amazing, no?
Phantom Band, Dunkelziffer, everything there, and they liked it.
Yeah.
And the musicians, we liked each other, and then from there it goes to America next year,
Yeah.
like Los Angeles to Vancouver, San Francisco, Seattle, and Portland, and Eugene, and from
Yeah.
then to England, and then every holiday I was somewhere playing.
Yeah.
And then I started here with some musicians in the country, but that was more. It's over now. It was okay, but they couldn't learn that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it takes a
And
lot of
okay.
energy if you do projects. That's the way,
So I sit again with my tape recorder and my meanwhile computer,
Yeah.
and then there comes a message from some DJs.
Yeah.
I didn't know who it was. I
Yeah.
say thank you, and the whole story begins. Another decade started, and
Yeah.
a decade of making my own again. I go to New York.
Yeah.
I make recording very big thanks to Phil South from Groove Channel Records who made it possible.
Yeah.
First, I recorded everything here. Next record I did there.
Yeah.
Then I came invitations from other record companies, and then I became connected with a younger generation again, who is with vinyl, who likes Dunkelziffer, who is interested in how it started and puts it together with what is today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is maybe another interview worse.
Yeah, I would say so. Let's keep that for another thing, sometime this year.
That in a way, that is what I wanted. I want to talk about that.
Yeah. But I think this needs really a lot of another energy. I would say let's keep that for the next time.
I like to show you something.
Show me. Yeah, I love that actually. So Dominik was showing.
This is Eingang Mikrofon. This is a mixing board.
Can you keep it a little bit higher? So I might maybe make and keep it still, because maybe I can make a collage with it. You know.
Yeah.
For our lovely. So dear listeners, you see here what is it? It isn't it is a mixing table.
It's a mixing board from maybe 50s.
From the 50s. What is which company is it? Grundig.
Grundig, yes. You have microphone, Eingang 1, Eingang 2, Eingang 3.
Yeah.
And it has no electricity connector. It just works with the input. Yeah, and you have an output. Ausgang.
And you
Ausgang. But the plugs are not really what we have today.
Yeah, it is very special plugs. You can't use it actually nowadays anymore. I mean, with normal plugs.
No.
The can technician made that for you, no?
He makes a modern plug in. The can technician put the guitar plug in it. So yeah.
I mean, that's nice. It's a piece of history, you know. So
yes.
it's really nice. I mean, it's amazing. That means this thing is already 70 years old,
yeah,
Dominik.
It works. It works unkaputtbar.
Honestly, so it still works perfectly.
Yes.
And you get probably a very good sound out of it, don't you?
Yes, this is amazing.
I mean,
makes no noises, nothing.
I mean, I was wondering if we should do at the end of the show as a little 5-minute piece together, improvisation.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder. So are you up for it, or are you tired? Are you exhausted?
Yes. No. To play.
Yeah. I mean, let's.
Start.
No. Shall I start? I start.
Yeah.
Okay.
You start.
Bring you down, chicka ding ding down, ringing the hound king is sounding bound, chicka ding ding down, chicka ding ding down, ding. How ding ding ching ching down, chicka bang ding down, chicka ding ding down, ding. Ching ding ding breaking down, ding bang ding down, chicka down ding how ding. Ding 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 breaking down, ding. Wings is the owner approach to charger. She's on the bush to knock your touches to the road to battle catches. Don't choose not your nature. Ha, open stores, she's married, got this dobra. Was who's a structure, set that catches, start, got your luck. Bitches, bad, attention, sound, no gun shows in the gelada. Hedge goading, binking, toady, like your story, fracturada. Singada, thinking, there's benches, don't in the cuchinada. Succionada, fracturada, touching it, touching sada. Oh, the hanya.
Enjoy.
That was great. Big fun. We
My
have
pleasure. Thank you.
we have every Monday. We used to have. I mean, it's still running. We have our percussion band here in Bali the Hub, called Bang On, with Thomas Wiegand. He a friend of mine. He was the first percussionist here in Ireland in the 80s, and he provides us with all these percussion things, you know. And every Monday from 11 to half 12, we're gonna do our thing, you know. It's very energetic and very free your mind, you know. So that's really
Great.
quite cool. I mean,
Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Dad.
I thank you as well. Have a great day, and dear listeners, I put all the descriptions and all the stuff and all the links into my things from Dominik. And if you want to research a little bit into this area, into this
So
70s,
that
80s.
might be more interesting than I don't know. If you can look behind it with what you will present, it's additional to our talk. It's a very nice idea.
It is great, absolutely. Thank you very
So
much.
thank you.
Bye all
Have a
together.
good time. Have a good time over
You
there.
too.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
everyone.
Bye bye.
So.
This is a listener-supported show. I feel honored if you subscribe this show. You can follow me non-financial with the following click on one of my Instagram accounts, or subscribe the visual version of this podcast on YouTube via the link below. If you like what you hear, be sure to tune in next Wednesday for the next ArTEEtude talk with a special guest. If you want to leave a donation for a coffee or a bus ticket, just follow the donation link via the ArTEEtude podcast account. Eventually, I would like to thank, through this medium, all my members and listeners of the I Love West Cork Artists Network from all over the world. Just to remember myself that without you, this here couldn't and wouldn't happen.
You have listened to ArTEEtude, West Cork's first art, fashion and design podcast. ArTEEtude, never so close again. That was too close.